Slide 20 cigarettes into the metal frame, packed tightly side by side. Each one connects to a funnel that feeds into a single metal mouthpiece. To light them, you strike a match and run it across the row, igniting all 20 at once. Smoke pours through the chamber and into the narrow tube. When you take a drag, air pulls through every cigarette at the same time, which means with every breath, you're inhaling an entire pack. As if one cigarette wasn't deadly enough.
A plane hit a flock of geese and lost both engines as it was taking off in 2009. With no power, the pilot had to make a quick decision. Realizing he couldn't reach an airport, he decided to land on the Hudson River. He guided the plane down smoothly, aiming for a safe touchdown on the water. The plane successfully landed, staying intact and afloat. Nearby boats quickly arrived, rescuing all 155 passengers and crew. If you're stuck on the roof of a burning building and have to jump, pick a dumpster that's sturdy and full of soft trash to help cushion your fall. Then stand at the edge, making sure your body lines up with the middle of the dumpster below. Don't jump outwards, just step off carefully. As you drop, spread your arms and legs wide so there's more area to slow you down. Keep your muscles relaxed as you hit, so you absorb the shock better.
When you pull the trigger on the CIA's most dangerous gun, it uses an electric mechanism to silently fire a tiny poison dart, capable of hitting a target up to 100 meters away. This dart is so small that the target won't even feel the impact, but within minutes, they'll drop dead, and no one will ever suspect it was murder. When you pull the trigger on the CIA's most dangerous gun, it uses an electric mechanism to silently fire a tiny poison dart, capable of hitting a target up to 100 meters away. This dart is so small that the target won't even feel the impact, but within minutes, they'll drop dead, and no one will ever suspect it was murder.
If you're on a plane that's crashing, most people think they should brace by curling into a ball, but that's not actually what you should do. Instead, assume the brace position by leaning forward and covering your head. This position helps protect your vital organs and reduces the risk of head and neck injuries. By leaning forward, you also minimize the impact force on your spine, increasing your chances of survival during high-impact situations. Most people would try to jump out if they were trapped in a hot air balloon. Instead, find the burner controls to release hot air slowly, which cools the balloon, making it descend. Aim for an open field and use the side vents to release hot air from one side of the balloon, allowing it to rotate and position the basket for a better landing. If that doesn't work, you're either going to continue getting higher, eventually losing oxygen and passing out, or you might hit some power lines, which will make everything catch fire and crash. The tribespeople raised their bows at the missionary as he illegally landed on the Sentinel Island in 2018. Despite their hostility, the missionary climbed out of his kayak to preach to them, but a young boy from the tribe released an arrow. Instead of killing the man, it hit the Bible, saving his life. But the tribespeople had taken his kayak, and he had to swim back to a fishing boat. The next day, the missionary swam back to the island, but this time he wasn't so lucky. Fishermen later saw the tribespeople burying his body on the beach.